go.
This is good, the positioning and everything.
We are all good and we are live. Hi Beth, good morning, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Sergio. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. This is episode number 35. Super happy to be here. To our friends on Instagram who are watching from my screen, and to our friends also on Facebook and on YouTube, and those of you who listen to the podcast, we want to welcome you to episode 35. It's an awesome episode. We're connecting Chicago and Nashville. We have Beth Inglish in the house. And we're going to talk about how to connect with ourselves to start our day, kind of having this abundant creativity throughout our day. So let me introduce my guest, Beth Inglish. Beth and I, we've known each other for now a few years. She's an amazing artist. You're an artist, you are an entrepreneur, you are also a branding expert. You lead one of the largest Facebook groups, and not only Facebook, but also groups in Nashville. It's called Nashville Creatives, right?
Nashville Creative Group.
Yeah, which last I saw on Facebook, there's about 7,000 or 7.5 thousand members on that group. So it's pretty awesome. And what else did I miss, Beth?
And cook.
Oh, good. So
Breakfast.
So this is breakfast with Sergio. We always share what we have for breakfast. So Beth, what do you have for breakfast? What did you bring with you?
Today I'm channeling my inner Julia Childs with love. Always make everything you do with love. And I have breakfast tacos with green onion and cilantro.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Well, for breakfast, I brought, this is now my turn, I did a scramble. So it's a nice scramble with, I always like to mix it with something. So I mix my scrambled eggs with spinach. It has tomato. And before I mix it all in, I actually fried a little bit of ham. So I like that ham taste. Or bacon.
Who doesn't?
So, some ham, fried it first, so it has that good smell, and then pour it all in, the eggs and so on. Then scramble it, put some spices, and it's very good. So too bad that we are not in the same table, so we can trade. We can trade breakfast.
I do have 2 breakfast tacos, so that would be possible.
Well, next time I go to Nashville, or next time you come to Chicago. So, friends, thanks for joining here, Breakfast with Sergio. Super happy to have Beth English in the house. Beth is joining us all the way from Nashville. And today we're going to talk about how to start your day so that you have like this abundant creativity throughout the day. And I'm one of those people that believe that the way you start the day determines how you end the day as well. You know, how you start is very important as how the day is going to end. Of course, the day will bring in surprises, will bring in, things that are completely unexpected, and we have no control about those things, but it's how you respond to those things that determine, the rest of the day. And I think starting well, first with a good breakfast that we both have here, and then, having the right attitude determines your day. So, Beth, tell us a little bit about, how do we get started on our day? So to have like this abundant creativity as more friends continue to join this conversation, as we're talking with Beth today about how to start your day with this abundant creativity mindset.
Thank you, Sergio. Thanks for having me. And I just want to bring us all together. And that is the first moment you wake up, when your eyes open, whether that's naturally or to an alarm, notice what's going on in your mind. Notice, are your thoughts focusing on the lack in your life or the abundance of opportunity? And so I tend to focus in on gratitude because I can really start my day with more power and love and joy when I'm thinking about the things I'm truly grateful for. And that could just be the simplest of things, like the fact that the sun is shining finally outside, after a long winter. And, that I'm in a nice, comfortable bed and I feel safe, and just the smallest of things. And then I also think about, how does my body feel? What do I need? Do I need to eat something really healthy to feel more energized? Would I feel better if I did some stretching or go for a long walk? It's really important to ask your mind, body, and spirit what it needs right then in the moment, so that if there's a way you can give it to yourself right then and there, then you're already supplying your need for the day.
So,
and you're attuned to that. Yeah.
Awesome. So are you telling me that the first thing in the morning is not like just take the phone and see what everybody else is doing in Facebook or in Instagram on everybody else?
No, I mean, I'm guilty. I mean, I'm human. So yeah, I roll over, pick up the phone, and start scrolling. But then I know, Marie, I can, go take my dog for a walk, listen to the birds, and sort of shift what it is I'm focusing on. And that's all it really boils down to is what's the focus?
Yeah. And it's one of those things that I always talk about that, in the morning you have to prime your day, right? It's like, we go in the studio, we prime the canvas, right? We prepare it for the work that we're going to do. If we're going to start the car on an early morning in January 1st, you start the car, you let it prime for a while so it warms up so it's ready to roll, right? So why don't we prime our morning as we get out of the bed? I said the first thing that you open your eyes, instead of just going to see what everybody else is doing, let me get in tune with myself first so that I can then go and do what I have to do. And I think that's exactly what you're trying to say.
Right. And there's a lot of different ways of doing that. People, can meditate, you can write in a journal, you can exercise, you can eat something delicious, you can have coffee and just think.
Absolutely. So what do you recommend then as the day starts and, unexpected things happen and things? How do we keep that abundant creativity as we go through our day?
Breathing really helps.
Okay.
I know I just taught a workshop on how to align your mind, body, and spirit to access your abundant creativity. And we did a breathing exercise, and it was surprising to me how many people really needed that they forgot how to actually take a deep breath and connect into who they are. And so just having an awareness of what your body is telling you. Are you stressed out? Are you short of breath? Are you ruminating with your thoughts? And noticing what it is without judgment. Because when you start to judge and put shame on yourself, it only makes it worse. It only perpetuates those emotions that tend to bring you down. So if you can stop in that moment and breathe and give yourself some love and take away the judgment from wherever you are, then you can really access your creative self in a way that's different, because it's through loving intention that you're able to even receive like creative inspiration. I mean, it comes from somewhere, right? I just focus on having that extra time to just be with myself and listen to music or just notice the world around me. If you focus on all the wrong things, you're just going to get more of the wrong things. You're just going to create a life and an environment around you that is centered on all the things that you don't have or that you don't like, instead of centered around all the things you do like and that you do have. Because then you can expand on that. Otherwise, you're just expanding on the negative.
That's right. That's pretty cool, Beth. Awesome. That's a great way to start the day, to continue the day. And how about as you close the day? Like, do you have a specific practice, something that you do, as you go through your day and now you get to the end, or, you're tired, exhausted, or whatever happened that day, and now before you kind of say good night to the world, is there something that you do to kind of wrap things up or to prepare yourself? Everybody has different things, right? Like you say, things work differently for everybody, but how about for you?
I love showers and baths. Like, I feel like connecting in with a water source is really cleansing for my spirit and my energy. And so that's something that I always do every night. Yeah, I have to be in the water. And that's why I live at the lake in Nashville. I have to go swimming in the summer. And water is just such an important just feature in my life that I have to be around.
Very cool. And how important to find out what that is for everybody, right? So you kind of know what it is for you. For me, I don't love water, so it's not water for me. I run away from water. So for me, it's kind of like just kind of winding down a little bit, thinking about something that has nothing to do with work and things that usually helps me out. Sometimes, so I have a studio here in my house too, so sometimes just walking in the studio late before going to bed and just not doing anything but just looking around, that kind of like clears my head to then have a good rest or sleep.
Yeah, and when I'm in the shower or in the bath, I'm always thinking about my day and thinking about all the good things that happened and, celebrating the things that I did accomplish and not focusing on the things that I didn't, because the to-do list is never ending. Never. It never ends.
It never ends, right?
And so to try to achieve everything on it in a single day and put shame on yourself for not, I mean, that's just, this doesn't help you get through it any easier. So focusing on what is good and abundant and joyful, and it's just going to create more of that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Beth. Thank you for bringing all this wonderful advice, helping us prime our day, helping us prime kind of our morning to get a better day, to have this abundant creativity that you talk about. And before we wrap it up, Beth, tell us, where can we find you? Well, except we know that you're in Nashville, but where can we find you online, on Instagram, Facebook, and all the other good things?
You can find me at Beth Inglish. That's BETHINGLISH. I'm on host a monthly event every second Monday of the month. So would love to see you out in person as well as online.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Beth. Thank you for being here with Breakfast with Sergio. Hope you enjoy your breakfast. Now, hopefully it doesn't get too cold.
I'm going to eat now.
Now you can eat. I know, right? That's one of the things, you've been smelling it all as we talk about it. So now you can relax and eat it and have a good time. So have a great day, Beth. Thank you so much for being with us. I will look forward to everything that you're doing and to have you back at Breakfast with Sergio. Maybe one of those days, either you come to Chicago or I go to Nashville and we do it live, like next to each other. That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Take care.
You too. Bye. Everyone.